Hi, this is Self Discovery Support. Today's message, we're going to talk about the moon card. This reading is actually going to be for the collective. This time I've been doing readings for the zodiac signs, and things have just gotten really busy on my end, and I just think for a while, new jobs and things like that, I am going to need to scale back. And so I'm doing these collective readings to keep putting work out there for you, keep putting messages out there for you. All right, so the moon card came out when I asked what the collective needs to know. So this is a card about your emotions, your inner life, your kind of inner self, and also like creative fulfillment. So what wants to be birthed in your life, and also what your intuition is telling you. So let's pull some more cards and then let's get your message going. All right, so on the table, which I'm going to be putting the cards up soon to show you, we have the tree, the stars, and the letter, the scythe, the coffin, and the tower. And in your hidden, we have the cross and the birds. I think there could be something here about difficulty in communicating with someone. Now, we have the tree. We have the letter. And the coffin. All right. I think we have something here about, all right, you could have desired to have, or actually probably desiring this now, to have a better type of communication or relationship with somebody. And when we were seeing the difficulties in communicating, it feels like that's not what you want. You want this to be healthy. You want to have maybe greater sustainability in the way that you relate to this person. There's some kind of communication between the two of you that was cut off, and it feels like people decided to separate, maybe isolate themselves. So it kind of feels like you wanted, this is probably a situation that was probably already having issues, and you wanted to try to kind of regain kind of footing, because I think that you're someone that maybe don't feel good in having like a stalemate with someone. You didn't feel good having conflict with this person of yours, and it kind of feels like there's still feelings, because if you desire more with this person, then for sure it comes across, with a star, it comes across as this is something that you feel just kind of is a great desire of yours. You want to be on a friendly footing. You want to have a strong foundation with this person. But here's the thing. I don't know who cut off communication. You could have cut it off because you found that no matter what you were trying to do, even with the intention you had, that it wasn't being received well by the other person. And at which point maybe you felt, okay, it's best for me to just close this because I don't know what else to do. And also maybe there's a little bit of, some of the things that people say to us sometimes who are close to us can really hurt. So it can feel like you wanted to take that time back. But also the other person could have cut it off because maybe they really weren't open to having this. There's a situation sometimes where you want something, but the other person is not ready for that. And sometimes it's hard to accept, especially if you're somebody that is more, if we talk about attachment styles, if you're more anxious leaning, you feel like, well, you must keep bridging the gap, and that other person, you need to kind of get the reassurance. But trust that a strong relationship cannot be built by one person, right? It has to be two people. Now, this guarded energy, I think both of you are, maybe your backs are up a little bit. Sometimes misunderstandings can bring that about. And I'm seeing here that the two of you have, actually, there's a lot of, I would call this passion, actually. A lot of very strong emotion. You could be someone that has a lot of strong emotions for this person. And so the actions that you take come out to be very severe or black and white, very strong. So maybe if you felt like this situation, this conversation is getting out of hand, I have to close it down, I have to maybe separate, maybe even ghost. This is a non-judgmental reading. People who have ghosted or have been ghosted can be a part of this, and it's really trying to look at why this happens, and what to do. So yeah, I do think that there's a lot of feelings. Here's the thing. People think that people who ghost and who cut you off and all that stuff is because they don't care. No, they're actually quite distressed. They're probably having strong emotions, and yes, it comes out as anger or hurt sometimes, but just know that it's not somebody who does not care. Often it's not somebody who cares. It's very rare that you get somebody who's just doing it for manipulative, cold-hearted reasons. All right, so I do see that the main issue between you and this person is I think it is that you're bringing like the difficulties, the triggers, the wounds, the burdens from other things from your past life into the communication with this person. You expect a lot, and if you're not getting it, it can feel like a rejection of yourself. All right, so what I want to do is get a advice card here for you. Let's see how we can build our way out of this situation. All right, so we have the ring. This is quite interesting. So there is a sense that, if you focus on the commitment to each other, building a serious type of steady type of relationship, and the fox is here. There's no place for manipulation. There's no place for games or scheming or any of that in something that is committed and stable. And because the ring came out, I'm guessing that you want this. You want this type of long-term situation, right, with this person of yours. And so you're going to have to give that up. The garden talks about greater openness, greater social understanding. So with the moon was your initial energy. That's a very internal feeling, people sitting with themselves. But you're gonna have to put those feelings and emotions on the outside, express it. Of course, you don't have to express your emotions in a way that are degrading or belittling or chastising of the other person. That's not going to help. But share how you feel and see if that person can, that sometimes that softens people up. It breaks down a wall quite readily. And just know that if the person rejects your feelings, then maybe that person's just not ready. It's no mark on you. You just kind of have to accept that maybe this person is not ready for the type of relationship that you envision at this point. So this is your message, and I hope it finds you well. Take care, and I'm gonna see you next week.